Here's the genesis of the perks of being a wallflower. I would say 20 years ago, I'm sitting in college and I'm writing a book. And the kid in the book is talking and he just says, I guess that's one of the perks of being a wallflower. And I stopped in my tracks and I said, well, that's a good title. And I thought about those words and that title for about 5 years. Then I'm in New York and I went through a terrible breakup. And I won't go into any detail about the terrible breakup. What I will say is I was very sad and very mixed up. And I reached a point in my life where I was like, I'm either going to write about this feeling and I'm going to write about these themes about why such good people let themselves get treated so badly, and can purity exist in the world, and can a family of friends get you through it? And I'm going to sit down and I'm going to answer these questions for myself. Charlie is he's a very very pure soul who is on the surface he's awkward and he's lonesome and he doesn't quite fit in, but on the inside he looks at the world with such a wonder that he's never a victim. Even when the world mistreats him, he tries to find a way to find a joy in the world. And that said, he's going through a really bad time, and he needed kind souls like Sam and Patrick to adopt him. Patrick is a lovable class clown, and he's a smart ass, and he means no harm, and he'll stick up for the underdog every time. And he's the coolest kid in that school. And he is what I would consider a guy's guy. And he has one secret. It's not even a secret, that he's gay. And it was important to me in writing the character and conceiving of the character and then casting Ezra Miller to play the character, that I love that in this movie, the gay kid is the coolest one, and he's the strongest one, and he's completely a guy's guy, and he's the one that Charlie wants to be. And he's basically like the reincarnation of Ferris Bueller. And Ezra Miller played him perfectly. Logan Lerman came in, and there were 3 scenes, and he did those scenes. And I remember looking at him, and I'd met him a couple of times, and what he brought was Charlie, vintage, complete Charlie. It was amazing to have been the person that wrote the book, and no one knew Charlie like I did, and now there are 2 people that know him. There's myself and there's Logan Lerman. His performance is so subtle and I think brilliant, and he is awkward, but at the same time he's absolutely handsome, and he's positive, and then he's completely confused. He navigates every emotion with such dexterity and such class and such talent that I think it's one of the great performances. Emma Watson, when she played Sam, she attacked it with, it's great to watch Emma work, because she takes it so seriously, and she's so committed. And it's not like she needed prompting, so to speak, by me. All she needed was permission, because she was dying to do this. She wanted to play high school. She wanted to play American. It doesn't matter what you go through. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what your past is. Your future is anything that you want it to be, and everything that you decide that it can be. Whether it's a small, simple moment like being at a homecoming dance and deciding I'm going to come off the wall to just make 2 friends, or if it's something even more triumphant, which is I'm going to confront a really, really bad thing in my past and I'm going to be free after I do so. that the story of Charlie is the story of anybody who decided to look at his past and say, I'm going to have better. And in terms of the idea of we accept the love we think we deserve, is that every day you wake up and you say, I'm going to deserve more today, and then the love will find you. I hope that every member of the audience walks away with exactly what he or she needed to get from the movie. Look, you can look at this film and just, you can be an adult, let's say, and be very nostalgic about and remember what it was like to be young. And you can be a young person, you're 12, and you haven't gone through high school yet, and maybe it gives you a bit of a roadmap or a blueprint how to do it. Or maybe you're right in the thick of it, and you're in high school, and you just needed some affirmation that what you're going through is real, and it's respected, and someone gets it. Over the last 13 years, I've received hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of letters, emails, some people I've bumped into just on the street, and some of the things that they say would break your heart if you heard it. And you realize that for a lot of kids, whatever's factually true or not, that their perception is that they are alone, that no one's listening, no one cares, they feel neglected. And in some cases, you know, some of these letters, they were like, you know, they were thinking about ending it, and they read the book and they chose not to. And when that happens, and you get that first letter, and then you get the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth, it changes you. And you realize what a responsibility that you have to not only try to take this message that obviously means something to a bigger audience.